Hello, I'm glad you're here. I'm NatsMan, and I'm reading the Bible from beginning to end, from Genesis to Revelations. Please join me in this journey and make God's Word a part of your everyday life. This is video number 153, and today we're reading from the book of 1 Chronicles, starting in chapter 25. 1 Chronicles, chapter 25. Moreover, David and the captains of the army set apart for the service curtain of the sons of Asaph, of Heman, and of Jeduthun, who were to prophesy with harps, with stringed instruments, and with cymbals. The number of those who did the work according to their service was, of the sons of Asaph, Zachar, Joseph, Nethaniah, and Asherelah. The sons of Asaph were under the hand of Asaph, who prophesied at the order of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, Zeri, Jeshaiah, Simeah, Hashabiah, and Mittathiah. 6. Under the hands of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied in giving thanks and praising the Lord with the harp. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, Jeremoth, Hanani, Eliathah, Gedalti, Romamtizer, Josh, Bekasha, Malathi, Hothar, and Mahazioth. All these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer in the words of God, to lift up the horn. God gave to Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All these were under the hands of their father for song in the Lord's house, with cymbals, stringed instruments, and harps, for the service of God's house. Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman being under the order of the king, the number of them with their brothers who were instructed in singing to the Lord, even all who were skillful, was 288. They cast lots for their offices, all alike, the small as well as the great, the teacher as well as the student. Now the first lot came out for Asaph to Joseph, the second to Gedaliah, he and his brothers and sons were 12, the third to Zachar, his son and his brothers, 12, the fourth to Isri, his sons and his brothers, 12, the fifth to Nethaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12, the sixth to Bukiah, his sons and his brothers, 12, the seventh to Jesharlah, his brothers and his sons, 12, the eighth to Jeshaiah, his sons and his brothers, 12, the ninth to Mattaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12, the 10th to Shimeah, his sons and his brothers, 12, the 11th to Azarel, his sons and his brothers, 12, the 12th to Hashabiah, his sons and brothers, 12, for the 13th Shubael, his sons and his brothers, 12, and for the 14th Mattathiah, his sons and his brothers, 12, for the 15th to Jeremoth, his sons and his brothers, 12, and for the 16th to Hananiah, his sons and his brothers, 12, for the 17th to Joshbekashah, his sons and his brothers, 12, for the 18th to Hanani, his sons and his brothers, 12, for the 19th to Malathi, his sons and his brothers, 12, for the 20th to Elithath, his sons and his brothers, 12, for the 21st to Hothar, his sons and his brothers, 12, For the 22nd to Gidalti, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 23rd to Mahazioth, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 24th to Romanti-Ezer, his sons and his brothers, 12. That is 1 Chronicles 25. Now 26. For the divisions of the doorkeepers of the Korahites, Meshelemiah, the son of Kor, of the sons of Asaph, Meshelemiah had sons, Zechariah the firstborn, Jediel the second, Zebadiah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, and Elihoniah the seventh. Obed-Edom had sons, Shemaiah the first, Jehozabad the second, Joah the third, Sakar the fourth, Nethanel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Peolathiah the eighth, for God blessed him. Sons were also born to Shemaiah, his son, who ruled over the house of their father, for they were mighty men of valor. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni, Raphael, Obed, and Elzabad, whose relatives were valiant men, Elihu and Semachiah. All of these were of the sons of Obed-Edom, with their sons and their brothers, able men in strength for the service, 62 of Obed-Edom. Meshelemiah had brothers and sons, 18 valiant men. Also Hosah of the children of Merari had sons. Shimri the chief, for though he was not the firstborn, yet his father made him chief. Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, and Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brothers of Hosah were 13. Of these were the divisions of the doorkeepers, even of the chief men, having offices like their brothers, to minister in the Lord's house. They cast lots, the small as well as the great, according to their fathers' houses, for every gate. The lot eastward fell to Shelemiah. Then for Zechariah his son, a wise counselor, they cast lots, and his lot came out northward. To Obed-Edom southward, and to his sons the storehouse. To Shupim and Hosah westward by the gate of Shalachith at the causeway that goes up, watchman opposite watchman. Eastward were 6 Levites, northward 4 a day, southward 4 a day, and for the storehouse 2 and 2. For Parbar westward, 4 at the causeway, and 2 at Parbar. These were the divisions of the doorkeepers, of the sons of the Korahites, and of the sons of Merari. Of the Levites, Ahijah was over the treasures of God's house, and over the treasures of the dedicated things. The sons of Ladan, the sons of the Gershonites, belonging to Ladan, the heads of the fathers' households, belonging to Ladan, the Gershonite, Jehieli. The sons of Jehieli, Zetham and Joel his brother, over the treasures of the Lord's house. Of the Amorites, of the Izharites, Israelites, of the Hebronites, of the Uzzielites, Shebuel, the son of Gershom, the son of Moses, was ruler over the treasuries. His brothers of Eleazar, Rehabiah his son, and Jeshaiah his son, and Joram his son, and Zitri his son, and Shelomoth his son. Thus Shelomah and his brothers were over all the treasuries of the dedicated things, which David the king and the heads of the fathers' households, the captains over thousands and hundreds, and the captains of the army had dedicated. They dedicated some of the plunder won in battles to repair the Lord's house. All that Samuel the seer, Saul the son of Kish, Abner the son of Ner, and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated, whoever had dedicated anything, it was under the hand of Shelomoth and of his brothers. Of the Izharites, Chenaniah and his sons were appointed to the outward business over Israel for officers and judges. Of the Hebronites, Hashabiah and his brothers, 1,700 men of valor, had the oversight of Israel beyond the Jordan westward, and for all the business of the Lord and for the service of the king. Of the Hebronites, Jerijah was the chief of the Hebronites, according to their generations by fathers' households. They were sought for in the 40th year of the reign of David, and mighty men of valor were found amongst them at Jazer of Gilead. His relatives, men of valor, were 2,700, heads of fathers' households, whom King David made overseers over the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of the Manassites, for every matter pertaining to God and for the affairs of the king. That is the end of 26 and the end of this video. That was the book of 1 Chronicles, chapters 25 and 26, on video number 153. I'd like to thank you for joining me in this project, this endeavor to read the entire Bible. I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as I enjoy reading it. Please feel free to comment if you'd like, and also please subscribe and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If this is your first visit to NatsMan Reads the Bible, I leave a link in the description below to the intro video that explains what I'm working to accomplish here. I hope you come back for the next video. And until then, thank you. I hope you have a blessed day. I'm NatsMan, and I'm